They built a pool, a whole damn clubhouse, tiki bar, lawn chairs, umbrellas, a sign that said, "Welcome to Cedar Crest HOA Pool," right in the middle of my ranch. I was gone 3 weeks. Just 3. I came back to find strangers swimming on my land like they owned it, and when I confronted them, the cops showed up to arrest me. Name's Frank Carter. I'm 54, born and raised Texan, Marine Corps vet, and rancher for over 2 decades. My wife, God rest her soul, and I bought this place back when we were barely scraping by. It was our dream, 60 acres of freedom, peace, and sweat equity. 2 sons, both grown now, built fences and fed calves with me till they left for their own lives. But this land, still mine, still sacred, or so I thought. Cedar Crest is a cookie-cutter subdivision that popped up 5 years ago on the west edge of my property. They started small, nice enough folks at first until the HOA formed. Then came the rules, grass height, fence colors, mailbox designs. Didn't affect me. I wasn't part of them, not in any way. But that never stopped people with clipboards and too much time. One of those people was Deborah Whitfield, new HOA president, queen of beige pantsuits and passive aggression. She showed up one morning holding a manila envelope, flashing that syrup-sour smile. Said the HOA was beautifying the commons and wanted to create accessible family spaces. I told her plain, this here's private land, not part of Cedar Crest. She nodded, dropped the envelope on my table, and walked away like she'd just checked off a box. I didn't open it. I had fencing to mend, irrigation lines to patch, calves to tend. Then came the auction in Wyoming. I was gone 3 weeks, kept in touch with Jesse. My ranch hand, good kid, said everything was fine until I got home. The south pasture had become a damn resort. Kids doing cannonballs, parents grilling under cabanas. There was even a HOA members-only banner over a new gate. My gate, replaced by a fence I didn't build. I slammed the brakes, climbed out, and some guy in a white polo waved me off like I was the intruder. Said, "Private property, HOA access only." I nearly blacked out. This was my land. My name's on the deed. And then I saw it. Screwed into the fence was a new sign. Public use area, approved by Cedar Crest Board. What board? I never joined them. Never signed up for anything. I drove straight to the house, heart pounding, dust choking the road behind me. Inside, my mailbox had exploded. Paperwork everywhere. That envelope from Deborah. Open. Inside was a land use easement agreement with my name signed at the bottom, only I didn't sign it. Someone forged me. I stormed to the barn and nearly lost it. The whole space had been taken over. Folding chairs stacked to the ceiling, boxes of tiki umbrellas, a fridge labeled HOA use only. That barn was mine. Built it with my bare hands. And now, it looked like a damn hotel storage room. I turned around, and there she was, Deborah, sunglasses on, clipboard in hand like she was doing a property tour. "Mr. Carter," she said, calm as ice, "you weren't due back until next week." I could barely speak. "What the hell did you do?" She didn't flinch. "You didn't contest the land use request. The board approved it unanimously. I assume everything's in order." I took a step forward. "This is my land. You had no right." She raised a hand like she was dismissing a child. "Sir, please don't cause a scene." That's when I heard it. Sirens. Sheriff's car rolling up the gravel road. Deborah smiled. "You really should check your mail more often." The deputy, Raymond, was someone I knew. Local, used to wave when he passed my truck. But the other guy? Young, stone-faced, hands on his belt like he was itching for something. "Mr. Carter," the young one said, "we got a complaint." Trespassing and threats. HOA board member named Deborah Whitfield. I actually laughed. She built a pool on my land and I'm the one trespassing. Raymond held up a hand, looked through my paperwork, took one glance at the signature and said, "This doesn't match your license." I nodded. "Because it ain't mine. Never touched it." He sighed. "We'll need the county involved. Might be forgery." He told me to lawyer up, and I did. Called Mike Harmon, old buddy, property attorney. He dug into records and sure enough, easement filed, notary stamp and all. But get this, the notary was Deborah's cousin, Wendy Gilchrist. No surprise. I started collecting proof, photos, scans, even a recording of those two HOA goons trying to cut my power. Sent it all to the county sheriff and news. That's when things really blew up. A stranger messaged me. "Think I found your cows." 2 towns over, an old rodeo pen, my trailer, my herd. And standing beside them, Wendy, clipboard in hand. I called Mike. He called the judge. Within an hour, deputies rolled in, flashed a court order, seized the animals. Wendy tried to explain something about temporary relocation for safety. Didn't matter. She was cuffed. My cows were shaken but alive. I brought them home, heart finally starting to settle, until I saw them, Deborah and 3 board members, standing at my driveway like they were there for a garden party. She tried to talk, said they wanted to negotiate. Mike arrived before I could speak, handed her a thick envelope. "Restraining order. Effective immediately. You're barred from this property." She clenched her jaw. "You'll regret this." "No," I said, stepping forward. "You will." Just then, boom. An explosion behind us. We turned and saw smoke billowing from the clubhouse. Fire roared through the structure, flames licking the tiki bar roof, glass cracking. I grabbed the hose, Jesse too, but it was no use. That place was going up in smoke. Fire trucks came fast, but the building was gone. And we knew it wasn't an accident. Later that day, Mike showed up with news. Someone from inside the HOA, Maria Carter, had come forward. She saw Deborah shredding files the night before, meeting notes, forged applications, notary logs. One page had my name and the words "clear before Thursday" written in red. This wasn't just arson, it was evidence elimination. But what Deborah didn't know, I had already photographed everything. Copies sent to the county, to Mike, to the press. The very next morning, Maria dropped a bombshell. An audio recording from a closed-door HOA meeting. Deborah's voice. "We just need the old man to feel surrounded. Then we push the rezoning, forge the easement, and clean up before he realizes what happened." Another voice. "What if he doesn't go quietly?" Deborah. "Then we make it messy." That hit the news like wildfire. Deborah was arrested. So was Wendy. 2 more board members followed. Charges: trespass, forgery, fraud, racketeering, livestock theft, tampering with evidence. The Cedar Crest HOA, dissolved by court order. And me? I stood at the edge of my land, blackened pasture behind me, coffee in hand, boots in the dirt. The clubhouse was ashes, the pool gone, the HOA gone with it. Justice burned hot. So tell me, would you have fought back?